let's talk about ayahuasca ceremony. So one more time, I will talk about the Shipibo way. Shipibo Konibo, they are an ethnicity from Peru. They are around like a place named Pucallpa. So the organization of the ceremony, the shaman enters the Maloka. The Maloka is where I am now. This is like a temple, a place where ceremonies happen. And he prepare himself. He will just smoke mapacho in the pipe, or just like as a cigarette form. We prepare different like colonias, different medicines he has. This to purify himself, protect himself, and also he might blow mapacho on every people, the head of every people, also to help for protection and connection with the medicine. Once this is done, when he's ready, after also he prepared the ayahuasca, he will do everybody's called to drink the ayahuasca. So the way it's supposed to work, we're supposed to give a very, very little amount of ayahuasca to the patient. Knowing that, I just make like a parenthesis, but in the tradition, as a main tradition, only the shaman is drinking ayahuasca. Because he's the one, or she is the one doing the job, with the singing the chants, the Icaros. The patient is not supposed to drink ayahuasca at all. Then they started to give ayahuasca so the patient can connect a bit with the medicine and so get some insights, messages eventually. But it's never purpose to have like what many people are looking for, like a trip to see them like a unicorn into space or whatever. This is not the purpose. So just give a little bit to start. And also it's important to give a little bit, because if the brew is very strong, what happens is that's when people can freak out actually. So it's good to give a little first, so we can assess the sensitivity of people, of the patients. And then it's supposed to be always the choice of the patient to drink more eventually. But also the shaman is supposed to say, no, you have enough, because otherwise you'll be out of control and you can freak out, which is not the purpose. So then we come back to the ceremony itself. So the patient drink the ayahuasca, but before the patient drink the ayahuasca, he or she would put an intention, the purpose of why this person came for in the brew before he drinks it or she drinks it. Then go back to the place, lay down, most comfortable way, relax as much as you can. Then at the point we turn the candle off, so we're in the darkness, we're just like surrounded by the noise of nature that you can hear now already. And the shaman starts to sing Icarus. The first part is very hard to talk about time, because in a ceremony like it's very hard to find the matter of time, but whatever. The shaman sings different Icarus, this to protect the place, protect himself, protect every participant from the energy, to even to cross energies, to let like negative energy out. And after these points, what happens is we can ask eventually, because about at least an hour passed already, we ask the patient if they feel like to drink more. So what does it mean? Maybe they don't feel anything yet, maybe they feel just a little and they feel like they're confident enough to go a bit deeper. And well, we give anywhere just a very little bit more anyway. It's important to know also that when after that the shaman comes to sing Icarus, personal Icarus, in front of every single guest. So this is where the real healing happens. And every Icarus, what is an Icarus actually? An Icarus is a chance which is come like kind of spontaneously to the shaman. The shaman is like a medium, like a channel the energy of the plants, of the spirit of the plant that the shaman dieted. So, and it gives them the way to use the solution how to heal with the chants like this, to clean energy, line up energies, remove all the dark things, arrange everything again. They can give protections also. So that's what happened at this moment. At the end of each Icarus, the shaman also gives some healing. Sometimes they blow like some colonia in the hands, on the head, just to make a closure of the healing, and then it changes of patient and patient and patient. After that, it depends on every single place. I mean, again, when Shipibo can go. Here, for example, I would play some Icaros with the guitar. Some other places, there's this place just some music, or sometimes just when there's no one, just the ceremony is over. Maybe the shaman sings more Icaros also, just to close the ceremony. But that's the way it happens. During a ceremony, like everybody is allowed to go to church anytime they want. If they feel like singing, they sing. If they feel like dancing, they can dance. If they like crying, they can cry. If they feel like laughing, they can laugh. And if they won't feel like make some push-ups, they do push-ups. Not joking, I thought that actually when we were facilitating in the place, we had someone, I think for about like 2 hours, he was working out in the Maroka, which was amazing. But so the purpose is to let go. So the mindset is just actually not to have any mindset, it's just to let go, to be open to everything. And trust. And that's how it happens. The more you are thinking, the more you're in your mind and your thoughts, but that's the best way to resist and to avoid the medicine, to do the job. It's so important not to try to analyze, not to try to influence. The medicine doesn't show you what you want to see. It shows you what you need to see. So sometimes it's not super nice, sometimes it's intense, sometimes it brings you back to places where actually you did everything to forget. But that's what you're supposed to see to find a closure on this, acceptance. Most of the time to find forgiveness also. So it's important to be aware that it's not necessarily an easy path. It's not undoable, of course not, but if you really want to go towards something better, sometimes it's a bit hard. But every ceremony is different. Every ceremony is different. I just want to come back about the Icaros. As I explained, the Icaros are sung for a patient, for a ceremony, in a special place. So every Icaros in a way is unique. So it doesn't make any sense when I read sometimes online also like, what's the best YouTube playlist for a ceremony? I mean, there's no YouTube playlist for a ceremony. If you want to follow the real tradition, there's no thing you can record, because you can, even if you record an Icaros for a ceremony and you play it afterwards, it's like listening to any other tunes, like Coldplay or whatever. It has the same effect. It should be a nice song, it should be nice, it's a nice feeling, but it doesn't have the healing properties that the Icaros, when the Icaros is sung at the moment for a place, for a person. So this is very important, and it's here that most of the time it's not really understood that the job is made by the shaman. You're not healing yourself by yourself. When you go to see a doctor, or if you go to have a surgery, you don't do it by yourself. You don't ask for the scalpel, you don't ask, give me the stuff, give me the syringe and everything, compress please. No. You trust the surgeon does the job. It's exactly the same way here. You come and see a doctor. It's a different kind of doctor, but you can see a doctor. So that's where the trust is very important, and realize that the shaman itself has a lot of diets, a lot of experience, a lot of really good connection, and also good intentions. This is the most important thing to have in a ceremony. So also, as I said before on the previous chapter, I'm talking about the Shipibo way of doing ceremonies. Now, why I used to work also before with other ethnicities like Okama, Bora. I've been even doing ceremonies with Yanaguanas from Brazil. What I love with the Shipibos is that they actually sing Icaros one-to-one to every single patient, and you can sing for half an hour for one person because it is needed, and it's personal healing. So that's why it's important to insist on this, because like when you have a group I saw that difference so many times when you have a group of like a shaman or two just singing for like 10, 15, 20, sometimes I heard about like 50 or something, like 100 person like singing like this, I mean, where is the healing? How it works? I mean, if one person has this trauma, there's one another trauma, another trauma, another trauma, another trauma, another issue, whatever, another purpose and purpose and purpose. Like how with singing, for everybody, you can have a personal thing. It cannot happen. So you might have a general cleansing for the main atmosphere. It's nice. But if you, I really feel like if you need some very deep healing, personal healing, it's good to have a one-on-one ceremony, or you're working with Shipibos who will just sing for you at a point in the ceremony, just for you, and then you get something personal. And that's why it's also important before that to make sure that the shaman, that you had like a private meeting with the shaman also. And so you can express what you're looking for exactly, so shaman knows what you're looking for, so you can help actually more accurate way. Or just don't hesitate to ask any questions in the comments, or join me on WhatsApp, and I do my best to answer your questions. And here, thank you very much for watching, and I hope maybe one day to meet you here in the rainforest. Have a good day.